Welcome guys to the Mythbusters series episode 25. In this video, we will be looking at some interesting myths about the new update Dragon Ball Super. Starting with the first myth, you can counter Kamehameha with a Kamehameha, just like in the anime. So we will perform the iconic Kamehameha versus Kamehameha wave battle to see if it will stop the other wave. Unfortunately, it's not happening here. I have tried it multiple times, but the counter-attack does not stop Kamehameha, so the myth is busted. You cannot stop or counter Kamehameha's energy wave with Kamehameha's energy wave, but it would have been really cool if this worked. Anyway, moving on to the next myth. Kamehameha can penetrate through most of the walls. So we have an enemy positioned behind a wall, and I'm about to unleash a Kamehameha's energy wave blast on this wall to determine if the enemy receives any damage. So the enemy indeed gets knocked through a wall. So the myth is confirmed. But how many walls and obstacles can Kamehameha penetrate through? Well, Kamehameha's waves can pass through trees and rocks pretty easily, even vehicles. Surprisingly, it can also penetrate through one floor. It can also penetrate through double walls like it's nothing. After some testing, I figured out that the Kamehameha blast has a penetration distance it can only pass through and damage opponents only up to a certain distance as shown in the screen. So if you are hiding behind something that is huge, you will be fine. Moving on to the next myth, you won't take fall damage if you use ki while jumping. So we are gonna be jumping from the military base tower by activating the ki energy. I didn't take any fall damage from this. Let's do the same jump, but without activating ki energy. I got 99% fall damage from this. So the myth is confirmed, you won't take fall damage if you have ki energy activated. I suppose you could also try activating ki energy while falling down to prevent any fall damage. Moving on to the next myth, new air car cannot run over enemies. So one thing I'm curious about the air car, it doesn't touch the ground and has enough gap for a proning player to not get hit by the car. So if the enemy stands still, what will happen? Well, in most cases, the air car passes through the enemy without causing any damage like this. However, there are instances where the enemy manages to get onto the air car. If the enemy decides to jump off, they may sustain fall damage, or if you continue moving, the player eventually may get knocked. So the myth is kinda busted because sometimes you can deal damage. Anyway, moving on to the next myth, you can summon Shenron Dragon more than one time in match. Alright, so this is my first time summoning the Shenron Dragon. After the dragon disappears, a cooldown period of approximately 4 minutes is imposed before another player can activate the summoning ritual. In the meantime, you could collect the Dragon Ball again. And this is the second time summoning Shenron Dragon. Once again, when Shenron Dragon disappears, nobody can summon it for the next 4 minutes. And this is my third time summoning Shenron Dragon. So the myth is confirmed, you can summon Shenron for up to 3 to 4 times in a game until you can't anymore. Moving on to the next myth, Shenron can grant wish to respawn your teammates even after his recall is used. So I killed my teammate twice. Now let's summon Shenron to see if we can bring back the teammate. So we do have an option called revive teammates. The whole team gets revived. And yes, it does bring back your teammate alive, so the myth is confirmed, but your teammate also gets the recall points again. Anyway, moving on to the next myth. You will not get any damage when you jump from a moving new special vehicle. I think the special vehicle means the new air car. Firstly, let's jump off while flying in the air like this and see what happens. Unfortunately, I died from the fall damage, but let's try again from a moving road. And we did get the fall damage when I jumped off the air car, so the myth is busted. Anyway, moving on to the next myth, you can't shoot enemies from the front of air car, so this air car has a big glass on its front. The glass does absorb all the bullets if you shoot from the front like this. So the myth is confirmed, there's no way you can spray enemies from this front angle. You will need to shoot from the sides to deal damages to players sitting in the car. Anyway, moving on to the next myth, Kamehameha does not damage helmet and vest. This player has a full health helmet and vest. Now I will fire Kamehameha's laser beam and see if it does any damage to the vest or helmet. Kamehameha's laser blast did not cause any damage to the enemy's helmet and vest, so the myth is confirmed. If you wish for Kai strength, you can teleport to your teammate location for once every 180 seconds. So here I summoned the dragon and wished for the Kai strength. Now when I open my map, I can see this special Kai ability, instant teleport towards my teammate number 2. However, when I press it, it doesn't work and shows a warning the game is entering the final phase. The teleport feature cannot be used, but it's literally the start of the game. You can look in the map for the first blue zone, so this feature isn't working for me, but this probably should work for most of you. Moving on to the last myth, Kamehameha can break windows. Alright, so let's fire the Kamehameha laser on these glass window frames to see if it will break. Surprisingly, it does break the glass panels, so the myth is confirmed. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. If you have any myths about this new update that you would like to share, let me know in the comments. Or you could join my Discord server, I might reply to your questions over there. And also you will find hundreds of layout controls and settings from 2 fingers to 6-finger claw, so you can look at their layout to create your own custom controls. And you could also post your controls and settings here, so it might help other players like you. Join my Discord server, link is in the description and also in the pinned comment. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more upcoming videos like these. See you guys in the next one.